Hello, dear 8th grade students! We are pleased to welcome you in our virtual classroom at an English lesson. Today, you'll be taught by Olga
and by Anastasia.
So let's start our lesson and hope that we'll have productive, interesting and cooperative work together with you.
So, dear students, open your books at pages 84 and 85 and let's start our lesson with the topic, the things we care about.
Let's see, what are we going to do together with you? We're going to practice the correct pronunciation of the words related to media, discuss about the types and forms of mass media, build up the topic-based vocabulary, get acquainted with one of the most famous TV show personalities around the world, and consolidate the knowledge about media.
As we are going to discuss today about mass media, please take some seconds, pause, and tell us which sources of information do you know and think are the most interesting for you?
Are you ready? Have you written down anything? Okay, let's see. We suppose that most of you have mentioned the TV, the newspapers, the internet, the magazines or journals, and the radio. But which one you consider the most interesting and important depends on your necessities and interests.
Great! In order not to encounter any difficulties in pronouncing the words, we propose you to pronounce some of them together.
So please, listen and repeat after us. Technology, magazine, advertisement, Chicago, broadcast,
charity, guest, sensational, reliable, science, tablet.
You've done a great job, and now we are sure that you'll be able to easily pronounce all these words without any mistakes. But please take a second and think, what are all these words related to? Right, it's media.
So, what are media, do you know? Let's see. According to the Oxford Dictionary, media are the main ways that large numbers of people receive information and entertainment. That is television, radio, newspapers, and of course the internet. Now tell me please, which source of information do you find the easiest and use it more often? Yes, of course, I'm sure that you have chosen the mobile phone.
Now think for a while. What kind of information would you like to get on your mobile phone? There is a big variety, but usually people can tend to look for the following information: advertisements,
weather forecast,
sports results,
horoscopes,
news headlines.
Okay, tell us please, for those who are not keen on mobile phones, the TV is the best source of information. Which programs do you want to watch? Is it this the soap opera?
Definitely yes, for those who enjoy crying.
Another source is music programs, which are very popular among you.
If you don't have anything to do and you have plenty of time, you can always watch a reality show.
But watching reality show is a way of spending time. But in order to find out what is happening around the world and around us, news, this is the program that should be on.
Personally, I prefer documentary programs as they are useful and carry an educational aspect. But today we're going to speak about the TV program which is called The Talk Show and get acquainted with the worldwide personality Oprah Winfrey.
So, dear students, open your books at page 84 and follow us while we are reading. Let's start.
If you need more time, you can always pause and read at your own pace. the queen of talk shows. Her stories about ordinary people and their problems touched the hearts of her audience. Her most successful interview has been with the king of pop, Michael Jackson, in 1993. Over 100 million people watched the interview, and it became the fourth most watched American television event.
She wanted to be famous and found a job on TV. She was the first woman and the first black person to read the TV news in Nashville. In 1986, she moved to Chicago and started her TV talk show. It has been broadcast in more than 146 countries all around the world.
Today, Oprah Winfrey is still strong. She doesn't have children, but she uses her success to help other people's children. She gives hundreds of thousands of dollars to students. She started the charity Angel Network to help people in need. When asked about her future, Winfrey said, "It's so bright, it burns my eyes." She began speaking publicly in church when she was 2. At 12, she decided on a career. She wanted to be paid to talk. In fact, it wasn't that long before she got her first radio job. Although she didn't have any experience in journalism, she became a news reporter. So now let's proceed and find out what jobs she has had in journalism. Was she a radio presenter? No, she wasn't. We don't have such information in the text. You're right.
Was she a talk show host? Yes, she was. Can you find any clues in our text that suggest this? Yes, you're absolutely right. She started her TV talk show.
What about a news reporter? Has she had such a job in journalism throughout her life? Right, she was a news reporter, and we can find the answer right there, in the last sentence of the text. Although she didn't have any experience in journalism, she became a news reporter. What about an editor? We don't know whether she has had this job. What about a photo reporter? It's not mentioned in our text.
Have you noticed that the paragraphs in this text are not in the right order? So we suggest that you arrange them so that we get a nice and meaningful text. Pause and mark the numbers. Ready? Let's check. Number 1. Oprah Winfrey was born in 1954 in Mississippi. Number 2. She wanted to be famous and found a job on TV. The third one, her stories about ordinary people and their problems touched the hearts of her audience. And the fourth is today Oprah Winfrey is still strong.
Was it difficult? Of course not, for such hardworking and wonderful students as you. But do you remember that the topic of our lesson today is media, mass media? So the next task is, please take your pencil or pens and circle the words that are related to our topic. Look through the text and mark all the words that are related to media.
Ready?
Pause and write.
Okay, so let's see. What have you found? Of course, these are the following words: audience, interview, television, TV, news, broadcast, reporter, radio. Great. We have read the text, identified the correct number of paragraphs, and found out the keywords, and now let's check the comprehension of its meaning.
Do you like the true or false tasks? Great, so we have prepared one for you. The next activity is, we're going to read the sentence and we'll ask you to mark it with letter T if it's true, F if it's false, and E if it brings additional, extra information that is not mentioned in the text. So is the task clear? Let's proceed. Over the years, Winfrey won a huge TV audience. Is that true or false? Did Oprah Winfrey win a huge TV audience? Please think. Is it true, false, or extra information? Pause and mark down the letter. Are you done? If you have marked the following sentence as being true, then you have comprehended the text.
Her family owned several popular magazines and had control over US mass media industry. Okay, so choose, is it true, false, or this is really extra information? Do you know the text? Let's see the answer. Okay, yes, you're absolutely right, it's false. We don't have any information about this in our text.
So the sentence is false. The next one. She worked hard and was excellent at school. Is this true, false, or extra information? Please take your pencil and mark down the right answer. Have you finished? Good. That's right, we don't have such information in the text. That's why it's considered extra info.
Next one, her career as a news reporter began when she was still a teenager. Do you know the answer? Let's see, is it true, false, or this is an extra information? Yes, you're absolutely right. It's true.
Ready for one more sentence? In 1995, Oprah acted in Steven Spielberg's movie The Color Purple. Do we have such information in the text? Is it true or maybe false? Please pause and look for the following sentence. Have you done? Have you finished? Good. If you have marked the following sentence as E, that is extra information, then you're perfectly, absolutely right.
Next one, Oprah has a warm personality that gets people to talk. Is it true, false, or this is an extra information? Tell me the answer. Yes, you're absolutely right. So this is an extra one. We don't have this information in our text.
And the last one, for your reading comprehension. The Oprah Winfrey Show won faithful viewers in 145 countries. Please look for the following information in the text. If you find it, then it's true. If it's different from the one given here, then it's false. If it's not mentioned, then probably this is extra information. Please pause and think. Ready? Have you marked the following sentence as being extra information? Then you are perfectly right. Wonderful.
Okay, so, my dear colleague, do you like crosswords and word search activities?
Actually, yes. They are a good way of developing vocabulary and building and keeping your mind in shape.
Great. So, at page 85, in exercise number 4, we propose you to work with a word search. So your task is to match the words with their definition. In this way, to find the words in this word search. So pause and find them.
Are you ready? Let's check. So, to transmit on radio or TV, what word matches the following definition? Have you found it? Let's check. Right, the word is broadcast.
Second one, a person who writes news for a newspaper. Have you found the word? Okay, let's see the answer. This is reporter.
Wonderful. How do we call a TV presenter who receives guests? Please think and tell me what word matches the following definition. If you have mentioned the TV host, then you are great.
The means of communication that reach large numbers of people in a short time. Do you know the word for this definition? Let's see. This is mass media, the keyword of our lesson.
What about the current events, important and recent happenings? How do we call these? You are right, it's called reality.
Great. Okay. The people reached by a book, film, or radio. Have you found the word for this definition? Let's see. Yes, you are absolutely right. These are, so this is the audience.
Now let's work and check all the words that we have found in our word search. Let's repeat them one more time as they are the keywords of our lesson today. Mass media, broadcast, audience, reporter, TV host. Great!
So, we have worked hard throughout the lesson, and we have practiced correct pronunciation of the words related to media. We have discussed about the types and forms of media. We have built up the topic-based vocabulary. We have got acquainted with the worldwide known TV show personality. And of course, we have consolidated the knowledge about media.
And we believe that everything you have learned today and the knowledge that you have obtained throughout the lesson will be useful in your daily life. Have a good day!
Goodbye and see you next time in our virtual classroom of English.